Alright guys, sorry I've not posted for the last kind of 5 days. My PC overheated, somewhat bad. And I just got my new PC yesterday. It was after all the stream I did last week and rendering like 9 videos in like 1 day. However, now I've got a new PC and I'm up and running again, so what have you missed? Well, there's been quite a few things revealed on Twitter as usual. I want to go over some stuff we learnt on last week's stream as well. As always, if you enjoyed this one, drop a like down below. If you didn't, a dislike, and let's begin. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the 3 new brand sets coming and 1 gear set coming with Warlords of New York. Now, these are the only ones confirmed so far. I believe there is actually 2 new gear sets coming and I believe 4 brand sets, so this isn't quite complete yet. Now, this information can be found on the official Reddit page. And if you want to go check it out at all, the changes being made to all the brand sets are going to be on there as well. You can find that if you want, but I'm going to just show you the names and talents for the new sets for now. So first up, we have a new skill-based brand set called Hana Yu Corporation. This has the 2-piece with 20% skill haste, the 3-piece with 10% skill damage, and the 4-piece with 5% weapon damage. Now moving on, we got an offensive set called the Grupo Sombra S.A. which is a 2-piece talent of 15% critical hit damage, 3-piece talent of 15% explosives damage, and 4-piece of 10% headshot damage. Then we've got the Golden Gear Limited. This is a defensive set, brand set. 2-piece is 10% status effects, the 1-piece is 1% armor regen, and the 4-piece is 5% total armor. And then lastly, we got to the 1 gear set that we know of so far, which is called System Corruption. The 2-piece is 10% armor on kill, the 3-piece is 30% disrupt resistance and 30% pulse resistance, and in the 4-piece talent is called Hackstep Protocol, and this reads: replaces armor kits with an instant infinite use ability on a 20-second cooldown that grants 50% bonus armor and hides your nameplate for 5 seconds. So probably the biggest takeaway from this is the instant heal mechanic for the 4-piece talent on the System Corruption gear set. Instant heal has been something a lot of the community have been asking for to come back, specifically for PvP purposes rather than PvE. I have personally been an advocate for this to return in PvP. I believe it adds something needed towards a skill gap that doesn't currently exist in PvP. You know, picking the right time to heal, the ability to aim and heal together at the same time, and all the other stuff. You know, this adds that back to the game, and PvP urgently requires stuff to create some sort of skill gap. PvP currently is just about generally who's got the better aim, but mainly it's about who's got the better build, and that's all it is. Whereas in the Division, there was much more skill gap, and part of that skill gap was the instant heal mechanic. Now, this 4-piece talent is actually quite good, but to be honest, when you compare this to, say, 5% weapon damage or some of the other 4-piece talents found on brand set gear, I don't think it's going to be a wise investment. I could be wrong, but on paper, it doesn't seem all that strong. However, I do like the fact that it hides your nameplate. It kind of almost like a stealth mechanic. Now, of course, whilst the talents for these sets are tailored towards a specific attribute, you will be able to recalibrate the core attribute to whatever you want. So you could have, say, 6 brand pieces that are completely tailored towards utility, but have rolled all of the core attributes to offensive or defensive to create kind of a hybrid build. Albeit, again, on paper, not a very strong build for either. Brand gear and all gear sets have been overhauled though, so here's hoping that Massive have been able to balance all of them. Next up, and who wants a hunter outfit? Well, you could be in luck even if you don't have friends to refer. As some of you may know, there was a friend referral program added a few days ago where you could get all of the stuff you see on screen. As you can see, it includes a full hunter outfit with mask, some charms, and an exclusive LMG called the Stinger. Now, the active talent on this LMG, by the way, boosts your weapon damage by 20% for 15 seconds after doing a cover-to-cover movement. The holster talent gives you 25% armor after rolling and has a 60-second cooldown. So it's a pretty strong LMG. Well, to start off with, you can get the Stinger LMG as a recommendation reward in the game right now. So instead of having to do this referral program, you do this recommendation, you get the blueprint essentially, and then you can make it. The hunter outfit, well, you won't be able to get the exact one in this referral program, but Yannick confirmed on Twitter that a second one has been made. Now, he said this: we've made a second full black version of this outfit to be made available in the game outside of the referral program. I'll check tomorrow where this is at. Now, this was about 3 or 4 days ago, and no word on that yet, but it does appear a full black one will be available. We just don't know whether this will be something you have to find in game or you have to purchase from the store. My immediate kind of thought on this is that you are going to have to purchase this from the store. Price wise, got no idea, but I reckon it will be somewhere between £5 to £10 for this outfit. Now, before I forget, I do want to say to you guys that I have a little bit of a gripe over this. Now, what I will say initially is that once we do know how we're going to get this outfit, I will post it either in a video or on the community tab here. But my gripe is that this outfit, the Hunter outfit, is the one outfit I think everyone has always wanted because it's just so iconic. And the way that they've rewarded players, for their continued support is to then lock this unique Hunter outfit with this unique weapon behind a friend referral program, which, by the way, is actually not working particularly great, as plenty of people have completed the steps and not actually got the outfit. But in the current state of the game, actually getting free people to play the game and you having to be the veteran, essentially, because you do have to follow certain steps in order to do it. You have to have I believe you have to refer free people. You have to go through free missions, I believe, with those people, and then you get it as the veteran. The people that join the game who are new to the game don't get it, and I believe they have to be new to the game, essentially. They can't have played more than 2 hours of the game. I just personally think this was a bit of a pretty shitty move, to be honest, to kind of lock this behind this referral program. Anyway, moving on, and in last week's State of the Game, the devs confirmed a lot more about Seasons, the Dark Zone, and Directives. Now, today I just want to touch on Directives because we're actually getting a separate stream on Seasons, and the Dark Zone could take a whole video. So I just wanted to kind of confirm the 5 directives we are getting in case you hadn't seen these yet. So we've got the first one, which is ammo hoarders. Start with less ammo and lose rounds left when reloading. Enemies don't drop ammo and no ammo is shown on the minimap. We've got cool skills. When one skill is activated, the other is put on cooldown. Fog of War revisited. Minimap and directional threat indicators are removed. No regen. Armor never regenerates after an encounter. It can be manually healed. And special ammo. Enemy bullets may be of special types. What type depends on the enemy faction. Now, if you never played The Division, the first game, directives like these were actually part of the mode called The Underground. And they did apply a level of fun difficulty to this mode. Here they've been transformed a little though. As with Warlords of New York, you will be able to apply directives to every activity in the game, beside the raid, I believe. And if you really want, you can apply directives to your entire world, so the whole light zone. Now, the devs hope that with being able to also change the world difficulty as well with this update, so if you want to play heroic in the world, then you can. Players will find plenty of replayability, not just in activities, but the entire world. Next up, and this little secret room has been found on the Coney Island amusement park mission. When I was playing this on stream, I actually started shooting the little whack-a-mole things, but I didn't realise it would open a door eventually. It's actually really easy to open, and to be honest, it doesn't give you anything special, but if you want to have a go, here's how you do it. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Coney Island amusement park mission. You want to find this room here, which is basically after you clear the first room of NPCs. The quickest way to actually open the door is to throw 2 grenades, one on this machine over here, and then the second on the other machine. The alternative is to shoot all of the things, I believe, and that would open the door as well. Now, once you've done that, the door will open, and there's 2 crates in there, which, it just gives you normal stuff. It's just a small little secret room. On the same vein of secrets, in this mission, you can actually spawn a secret name boss as well. Now, when Keener comes in onto the screen in the haunted house, and you have the part where the cleaners come out, there are actually 4 toy rats in the room. I believe they might have red eyes as well. If you shoot all 4, the boss will spawn. Again, no special drops or anything, but it's there if you want it. Moving on, and blueprints. What happens to these if you go up to level 40 with Warlords of New York? Well, Nikki Cuppins said this on Twitter. No need to upgrade your bench. It will automatically scale with you to level 40 like it did to 30 before. All blueprints you have can be used at and before level 40, with the exception of the exotic upgrade blueprints. So that should answer anyone who wondered what happens to blueprints. In regards to the exotics, the devs have confirmed at the launch of Warlords, you will not be able to upgrade your level 30 exotics to level 40. That does include the Eagle Bearer, and instead you will have to refarm these. I believe, however, they are considering adding something at a later stage which will allow you to upgrade them. The devs said the reason why is because there are, I believe, 8 new exotics, and they kind of just want people to be looking for these new exotics rather than thinking about the old ones. Not sure that's really a good excuse, but hey, that's what they said. Staying with Nicky Cuppins, someone asked him whether or not our resource materials are going to be viable for crafting at level 40, to which Nicky replied, it will be, but crafting will work slightly differently with the new gear system. No more fixed gear score level crafting like at World Tier 5, as those would be full god rolled items. Instead, we're back at a power range with possibilities of good individual stat rolls and overall items. So it does appear with crafting then, the devs have gone back to the same system, I believe, that we got with the Division in respect to crafting, where it gives you a range rather than max rolled items, which, you know, it has to really when you consider how gear is going to work in Title Update 8. Some other bits you may want to know about here, guys. If you're on PS4, you will not be able to download the Warlords of New York expansion until March 3rd. I believe this is a Sony issue. Yannick did confirm, however, any pre-order bonuses would still be redeemable. I received a really lengthy DM about the size of the Warlords of New York map. Now, after reading through it, the conclusion was the Warlords map will be approximately half the size of the Division map, so about 1/4 the size of the Washington D.C. map. What's interesting is, though, there is plenty of space above the Warlords map to expand into without going over areas in the Division. That's it for today, guys. We've got State of the Game this Wednesday, covering the factions of New York. I would, of course, have you covered here with my weekly recap video. So if you haven't already, make sure you've turned on notifications. I want to thank you all for the support of my videos last week. I've booked off the entire week for the Warlords of New York expansion, so I can stream the campaign, and there's going to be plenty of videos here on the channel as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, now would be a good time. Until the next one, guys, Epic out.